Everyone has to know an introvert in their lives. That one friend that needs to go home and be alone to recharge, to feel better. That one friend you can trust with everything, knowing it will stay quiet. That one friend that will always notice the little things no matter what. The friend that runs from the networking events but excels at them anyway. Without introverts, people's lives would never be the same. Introverts are the bread and butter of the world, and although there are some things that wouldn't be the same without introverts, there are things that they will never ever tell anyone. That's why today we'll be going over 11 things that introverts will never tell you. Stick around for the final one on the list. It's definitely a doozy. Number 11. They don't like crowds. This may be an obvious one, but it still needs to be said. Introverts can't stand crowds. While extroverts may thrive in environments full of people talking to one another and buzzing about little gossips and he said, she said, the introvert shies away from this. They absolutely hate crowds. They may tell people this, and many people may already kind of assume this, but not many understand how bad introverts hate crowds. It physically drains them, like a battery running out of juice. It's hard for them to really express how much it stinks for them to be involved in large crowds. It may be fun to have them come along in these larger groups, but be sure to check on them whenever they are in a larger crowd. More than likely, they're struggling. Number 10, they don't like networking events. Though introverts may excel at networking, they absolutely hate being there. They hate small talk with all their hearts, and networking is built around the very idea of small talk. They may be able to crack the exterior of networking and make lasting connections with the people they are networking with, but they hate it. Most introverts see this as fake, and the small talk is extremely draining for them. So these networking events that they are often drawn to tend to make them uncomfortable and upset. Due to their non-confrontational nature, they may never say anything about this to a boss who constantly sends them out on these networking ventures, but it's true. They hate it, and if there was literally anything else they could do, they would do it. Number 9. They don't like small talk. Though it's been made clear time and time again, introverts hate small talk. They can't stand it. They see small talk truly as a waste of time. If they aren't getting to know someone deeply, then why even care? Why get invested? Why try to get to know someone's favorite color and food when you can learn about their childhood, their fears, their beliefs, what makes them, them? Introverts hate small talk, truly, and it's for quite a good reason. So, if you ever meet an introvert, the best thing to do is to strike up a conversation about some of the more important elements in life and share it with them. They'll enjoy that more than hearing about that super awesome soup that the person they're talking to had for dinner. Number 8, they like to write things out. For introverts, writing is a means of escape. It's a simple task to some, but drafting a simple email can be such a relief for an introvert. To see their thoughts on paper or electronically via email can make them feel so much better. However, saying that out loud can kind of put a damper on parties, so it's not a high chance that you'll hear any of the introverts say this. They won't admit to weirder habits, since they tend to not want to engage in conversation about most things anyway. Writing, however, is one of the best methods for an introvert to allow themselves to feel their feelings without someone interfering. They can look at what they wrote, interpret it, and move on from those feelings. It's an interesting thing, and most introverts may open up about it when asked, but not just to randomly do so. Number 7, they feel safe with the right people. Introverts tend to feel on edge a lot. They don't like to open up to just anyone, which is fairly obvious. However, there are times when they don't feel safe. These are times when they're forced to converse with people they may not really like. However, an introvert will never tell anyone this. For one, it could come off as really offensive. For two, the idea of not feeling safe in front of someone can be seen as weird or off-putting by most. For three, the truth is that introverts only don't feel safe around specific people. Certain folks who are often more respectable about introverts' needs tend to make the introvert feel safer. However, sometimes it has nothing to do with meeting the introvert's needs or not. It is simply a matter of if they feel safe or not. That's another reason why they may not share this out loud. It could cause some serious ripples in the friend or family circle. By the way, if you're finding this video valuable so far, then make sure to hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and why not subscribe so you can keep learning more? It's free. Number 6, they can do extroverted things. This one is definitely something they won't share. An introvert will never admit to actually doing the extrovert things. Then, people will expect it from them more. But yes, introverts can do extroverted things. They can go to parties, they can socialize, they can make it a point to make small talk, they can make new friends and meet new people. They can do all of the things extroverts are known for, it's just, well, they may not enjoy it as much. In fact, they probably won't enjoy it as much. Just because they can do extrovert things doesn't necessarily mean that they will enjoy them at all. So of course, they will not share these plans with anyone. They will never reveal that they too can do the extrovert things. Number 5, they are not shy. Contrary to popular belief, introverts actually aren't shy. Well, some are, but not all of them are shy. It's a strange thought, especially since most introverts are very shy, but some people are introverts and are also very good at talking to people. Some folks just don't feel well rested when they're around others, but they can still talk to them. They can still be around them and be pleasant to be around. Not every introvert is shy, and of course, this isn't something that they will share. They will often be quiet about this because it is something someone who cares will find out on their own. It's also a sore spot for some because introverts are often supposed to be shy. It can become a tricky topic to talk about. Number 4, they know how to get stuff done. Introverts rarely ask for help because they rarely ever need it. They are quick thinkers, witty, and often very resourceful. They will find what they need when they need it and as soon as possible. This is why they won't tell someone that they need help in the same way that they won't admit how good they actually are at getting things done. To some, it may come off as bragging, and they don't like it coming off as braggy or cocky. However, it is a true fact that most introverts can get things done without a lot of help. They just know what to do and how to do it. Number 3, they have really, really close friends. Introverts would die in a heartbeat for the people they consider friends. They don't have many friends, but the ones they do have are kept close to their hearts. Introverts take a long time to call someone their friend, so when they do, they are truly a highly regarded member of their social circle. It could be really hard for an introvert to admit how close they truly are with the people they call friends, and this could cause a rift of sorts to admit out loud. This is one of the reasons they may not admit such things. Number 2, they really are okay alone. For most people, the idea of shutting themselves up in their room for hours on end writing and reading or watching bad movies alone seems like a terrible time. Some people may find the activity lonely and deprived of friends, making someone sad. The real truth is that many introverts need this alone time. They need the time to think about their day, their thoughts, and their friends. They really are okay alone, despite what many people may believe. They won't bring this topic up in conversation because it can cause many people to worry about them and try to force them to hang out with people. It can turn into a debate on whether or not they need friends or need time to themselves. For most introverts, this isn't just worth the trouble. They tend to just avoid this conversation altogether. Number 1, they aren't timid, rude, or difficult. Many people find introverts to be rude or mean because they won't talk to people or tend to want to be alone. This is, in fact, the exact opposite. Introverts tend to be the kindest people in the world, since their ability to listen and understand and keep secrets is often off the charts. However, they don't tell people that they aren't rude or difficult simply because many people just won't believe them. Someone doesn't want to talk to them? Well, they must be rude. So some introverts just don't even bother. They'd rather be seen as rude and then have to explain themselves yet again. And if you like this video, be sure to check out the others below. And make sure to like this video to let the algorithm know you'd like to see more videos like these.